What is up, YouTube? Welcome to the Jameson Brandon channel, where we talk about all things money. Today, we're going to focus specifically on the FTX trading platform for trading cryptocurrencies. It also has some different interesting ways to trade stocks if you want to get level 2 plus verified, but in general, this is used for trading cryptocurrencies, and it's one of the top exchanges. Actually, it's one of my favorites. It's proven itself to be amongst the big dogs and a top exchange, given the recent May 22nd dump and recent events before that, with how they handle the volume and surge in volatility. So I get this question a lot. This is actually a community-based question, is really just to go through this and explain how to use this exchange. So I got my face out because this is going to be another one where I need to move the screen to different positions so that you can see it all. But here's the whole shot here. I'm just moving this across. So we got everything from the order book data. Here's where you place an order book data. Here's market trades coming through. Here is collateral positioning, leverage amounts, all of that. We pan back left and we've got our chart, which is a trading view chart that they've got piped in. And so we can add in some indicators, we can cross compare, we can do some of the basic functionality. I don't think there's any drawing tools on this. I've never really tried to go into drawing tools. I didn't really care. If we scroll down, your active positions, open orders, which are just resting orders, trigger orders, so trigger-based orders, order history, and trade history, index price, mark price, open interest, volume, etc. Volume on their exchange, by the way. All right, so kind of take this left to right and go from there, as well as one of the key things that I want to show here is how to execute trigger-based orders, which I think is really, really important. You hear me constantly talking about layering in and layering out of positions. Well, I'm going to show you exactly how to do that. And I created this account, by the way, just for this YouTube tutorial. One of the beautiful things about FTX, and really where we should start, is that you can create sub-accounts, and these sub-accounts, you can get them liquidated. You can do whatever you want with them. You can have different margin requirements and different leverage on each one of them, and it doesn't affect the others. So they're like completely separate accounts under the same account. So under the same login, we've got different accounts that we can do whatever we want with, which I think is amazing, by the way. And we can transfer quickly for free in between each account. All right, so I don't need to explain charting to you or the order book flow. I wish that like something like Quant Tower would adapt a visual piece like this where we can see like the island and how big it is. So we can just at a glance see the sell pressure and buy pressure happening right now, right? We can just kind of sit here and watch the order books. I like how this is represented a lot better than Quant Tower and a lot better than most exchanges. Okay, market trade. So what's being executed at a market level, okay? And you can kind of see that here. So you can see big market orders coming through. Another way that you could get this is you could subscribe in Telegram or via Twitter to like Whalebot and the different bot accounts that track big market orders. And you would get notified that way of big orders that are being executed at the market level as well. All right, so that's the basics, right? Let me kick this over. Let's talk about the juicy stuff that everyone is asking me about lately, which is how do you do these layered orders? Okay, this is what you're used to seeing, right? Buying and selling. And the most common question is, okay, well, how do I create a stop limit on a sell or a short? And then how do I, go ahead and all at once, if I want to set my bid down here, how do I then set a stop loss and a take profit order? Well, it's this right here. It's very simple, guys. We just click this little guy, a little calculator right there, bang. It gives us the full setup. First thing we do is we change this to limit. So let's say we wanted to put in a order down here at 30,000. And then where's your take profit? Let's say we wanted to head for, we think there's gonna be resistance at 40,000. Okay, so it's starting to populate. And then where do our stop loss be? Well, our stop loss would be, so we don't want 30,000. Let's put it at 30. Easy way to do this would be like layering in fills here, right? So we layer in all the way down here and we'd put our stops essentially right below this guy. So this low is where everyone's got their stops, by the way. So if this gets hunted at any point, then like currently where we're at, a lot of people are gonna get stopped out and probably liquidated. So you would then put your stop around 28. So 28,872. This is an easy way to put buys and sells. So we put our buys right down here in case we revisit this and resweep this low here. And we're expecting that this low holds up. We're also expecting this low holds up. So that's why we want to kind of layer our bids. We'd layer our bids right in here, right? Now, if this breaks through and this breaks through and you get stopped out, well, then meaning that the trend was not back up. So we're not going to visit 40 before we come back down. In fact, we're going to go sweep the lows and then visit 40. All right, so you just have to make changes, which is also why you never want to over leverage, because it's like you getting stopped out could like completely destroy you. And we'll talk about risk and max of 2% per trade as well. Okay, so then I don't even fill this out. I just go with dollar amount. So let's say you wanted to layer these bids in $20 a piece, $10 a piece. I do both. Sometimes I go 10, sometimes I go 15, 20, whatever. Okay, so now what we are immediately seeing is if the stop is hit, which the stop is 28872, we're gonna lose $1.88. If this trade executes and it goes to plan, we get $4.80 on this position. The risk to reward of pretty good, okay, 2 to 5. I don't even know if I look at any of this. Okay, so there's your size, and it tells you your size here. So it's whatever that is, 0.0006. Understand that with an API-based software like Quant Tower, is it does make it harder to like move this order once it's been placed. I have no money in this account too, so I can't place this order. And now let's talk about the 2% rule. 2% rule is what you're gonna risk in a loss. If your stop loss is hit, it's 2% of your total stack in that account. So if the stop loss is hit, it ends up to be 2% of your stack. And since you're layering in, we would do that per batch of trades. So you don't want to do that. You don't want to put that for every single trade and you layer in with 20 trades right here. So, I mean, you're going to liquidate your account. Does that make sense? We want to overall, so our total BTC position that we're going to take through all these layered orders is going to total 2% that we're willing to risk. So that means we're risking, meaning not the total position size here, but what we would actually accumulate in losses if the stop loss was triggered, okay? And that's just a better way to go, because otherwise, then for some of you, you're taking like, this is like the max position size you would take on a smaller stack. It's like a $20 position. You will never fucking grow your account doing this. Never, ever, ever. So don't do it. People get that mixed up. They hear like, oh, you know, just risk 2% in a trade, 1% in a trade. You know, I never go over like 1 or 2x. What they're thinking is, oh, okay, so I never put up more than 2% in a trade. No, if the stop is hit, that's what you'd lose is 2%. Does that make sense? So then our upside is big. Upside is much bigger. So you just, based on your leverage, would just and your account size, you just keep stacking this up until the total, not just this one, the total is that 2%. I hope that's clear and makes sense. So we would go ahead and place this order. And then what we would do is we just come in here and we'd go like 32, 100, bang, place this order, maybe change your take profit by like 10. This is exactly how I do it. I just sit here and do this. Maybe we change this by 5. Oops, so we go 65. Bang, place order. Okay, now we come in here again. We go 32, 200. Then we go 65, we go 60. Bang, click order. And I'm just layering in these bids and they all start populating here. Bang, 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 right here, okay? And then our stops are starting to layer in down here and our take profits are starting to layer in right here. That's it. It's that simple. And the same applies for this, for actually putting in shorts. So shorts would be the same thing, but understand that how it's gonna appear is on the buy side, your order is green and your stop down here is red and your take profit up here is red as well. I mean, when you're selling short, this is red and then your buy is blue and your stop is blue. They're highlighted blue with red inside, I think. At least your buy order, which is essentially your take profit, is blue with red text. And I believe the stop is, but the stop might also be green. And that's it. We do the same thing. And this is a really easy way to do it. Another way you could do it is if you're in this and you just say, okay, I'm gonna place this, you know, always do limit order because market order execution, you get tons of slippage, especially during volatile moments, and you're gonna pay more. So you might as well just try and drop limit orders and then just manually move it up if you're like missing the move and trying to do it. You just kind of keep picking it up and dropping it, picking up and dropping it. So then if you were to have placed your order, okay, now I got a naked order in and I got no stop, no take profit. I'd come here and I'd go to a stop market and you'd put in your trigger price, where is your stop trigger price? And then for the amount, you would just put reduce only. There's going to be another thing that shows up here, which is called close position. And you're going to click close position, which automatically fills all of this for you. And then you just pick your price. And so then our stop would show up here or down here. In a long, it would show up down here. We're just making one more step for ourselves and making it complicated. So it's just much easier to come to the advanced mode and do it here. And again, make sure we change this to limit, right? And that's it. And that's really like the most popular questions that I get is not so much like everyone knows what a chart looks, order books kind of look the same. You know, here's all this shit up top. Here's our search function here. So we can search future spot stocks you know, that's not really what's asked. Is what they're really asking is like how to actually execute orders, how to actually use it, right? And that's how you do it. Really, really simple. So if this video helped you out, give it a thumbs up. You don't like it, thumbs down. You got something to say, comment below. If you think this will help somebody, share it. You know, the simple things like the likes and all that does help this circulate better in the algorithms and helps more of our subscribers see this. And so if you want to help us grow, you like this type of content, then do those simple things for us. We really, really appreciate it. And subscribe if you're brand new here. Be on the lookout. More videos coming soon. See ya.